let's talk about your amazing exhibition, Women of the World, that I was lucky enough to take part in. It was so cool. So can you tell us more about how that all happened and
Sure.
your amazing curatorial decision? Very unique. Tell us about it.
Okay. Well, I can't really take full credit for that one. Like that was, I have to give Roxy Fata from Infinite Objects like a major plug there, because this was really like her brainchild. She really wanted to create something super unique and special. I definitely came in and was like all woman, because like I have like this very big like kind of feminist bone inside my body, which is something I've realized over the last like 5 or so years. It's always been there, but it's like, you know, getting a lot stronger. And so we really kind of, like, it was very exciting. I work a lot with Infinite Objects, and I love what they do when it comes to like making, you know, digital art that much more accessible and understandable to like your average human who like might not understand how to collect something they see on Instagram all the time, that they otherwise think of as just like snackable content or something like squishy and or satisfying to look at, depending on, you know, again, like what your average person sees. So when they kind of opened their doors in like 2018, I jumped all over that, because to have a digital object that people could hold and be like, oh, like I get it, like I can own a video, was huge. So I've been pretty like loyal and wanting to work with them as much as possible since they created their brand and their company, and love everything they do. So yeah, so I have to plug Roxy there, but yeah, so we came together to develop Women of the World, and it was really something that we wanted to do in the sense that, like, you know, Roxy was like, look, we need to like tell a larger story here about where all of these, like where the population really is, and let's like weight this by, you know, global population based on, you know, continents and whatnot, which then positioned this exhibition to actually have more artists from Asia and Africa than anywhere else, which is really cool, because it's just something that we're always hearing, that there's not enough room or not enough artists that are diverse in lots of these various projects that are happening at any given time. And I think all of us kind of wanted to like make a point that there's plenty of artists from all over the world, and if you look for them, you will find them. And so with this project, we were able to reach over 130 women-identifying artists from all over the world, again, weighted by population per continent, and bring them together to showcase their artwork during this special kind of moment for NFT NYC, which was awesome, because beyond it just being an amazing gallery show, it happened during a time where we had a lot of eyeballs and a lot of opportunity for people to explore and see the power of Infinite Objects, but the power of women artists globally, and like what NFTs are doing for the community. Because, you know, the fact that we were able to pull this project together like in a month or so, like I don't know, like maybe 6 weeks, was huge. And also just like a major kind of like moment to look back at what Web3 is actually doing, what NFTs are actually doing when it comes to community building and connection, right? Like there's so much more opportunity because these platforms are open. You can see people who are like basically self-publishing or minting their work, and you can find them much more readily. And so anyone who says that you can't is not doing their research, isn't doing their homework, and isn't, you know, looking hard enough. Because again, like there's no reason why you can't have a more diverse group project happening at any given time. Like the NFT space is making it that much easier to pull these, you know, people together. And so I think that's just, again, something that was really important for us to kind of like showcase. And then from that, like we've created a very beautiful group of, you know, artists that have come together under this like, you know, power of divine feminism, who now are friends and now like collaborate and talk to each other on a regular basis. And the community is growing, and there's so many more projects that are happening, including the video print collection that we just launched, with these same artists. So it's been really magical to partake in this and to meet everyone, and again to hear everyone's like different stories, because based on where they are in the world, it really does inform like who they are and how they create their work and what they think about their work. And there's been like a lot of continuity from piece to piece based on, you know, the stories that we hear on Twitter Spaces and what they write, you know, about their artwork and whatnot, which wasn't necessarily what I thought was going to happen at the beginning. So it was really, really cool to see that there was like a gigantic common thread, even though everybody comes from somewhere else. So it's been a beautiful project to continuously work on.
Yeah, that was a really, really beautiful project. And I really enjoyed listening to the different artists. Like I tuned into a few of the Twitter Spaces, and I just loved hearing from the artists, especially from there's some very emerging artists in that group. And it was really fun hearing about, you know, them being approached by you and you know, other people on the team. And I really enjoyed
it. The DMs. They were like, "Is this a scam?"
Yeah.
I was just like,
I was
really,
laughing.
really funny.
I was definitely laughing when I heard that.
I know, I can't help it. I
good.
stay true to my AOL roots. I just laugh.
Yes, OG.
That kind of thing.